Oh, what the hell is this piece of crap? What's that color? Holy shit. Well, it is a Volkswagen. It's probably broken. Well, here is the newest project car on the channel. I say that very regrettably. Okay, all kidding aside. So I bought this piece of junk off of Craigslist a couple weeks ago. I've been looking for one of these cars for a year or so, maybe a little bit longer. And yeah, we found one on Craigslist. 2002 TDI. All I want is the engine. The engine, I won't divulge too much. We'll be going into that thing there. Low miles, one owner. It's a cherry. No, really, this thing really is a piece of junk. Only 150,000 miles though. My objective was to try and find a somewhat low mileage ALH TDI without buying a nice car that somebody's taking care of, and they're going to want a lot for it, of course. So we ended up paying $900 for this guy. He was asking a little bit more than that, but it didn't run. It runs in limp mode. It didn't take very long, at least to initially figure out why it was running in limp mode. Needless to say, the turbocharger was completely carboned up and stuck in almost full boost. So while I do have access to VAGCOM, I don't have it with me. My boss at work's got it. It is his, but he said I could use it anytime I needed. So I just used my blue driver on it. We ended up with not one, but 2 pages. Stupid Volkswagens. It's almost as good as a brand new Dodge. Holy crap. So 7 confirmed codes. Cylinder 1 glow plug. Cylinder 3 glow plug. Coolant thermostat below regulating temperature. So the thermostat one is kind of interesting. When we were driving the thing home in limp mode, I had to go 22 miles. Couldn't go on the freeway. And at first I was running the AC because I'm like, I don't care what happens to this car. And the AC works really good. But then I'm like, well, you know what? I better put this thing on the heater because I don't want to grenade the engine. And it when it's in limp mode, it barely runs. It has 0 power. Okay, maybe 10 horsepower. And the 2/3 of the way home that I ran it on the heater, it was lukewarm at best on a 90-degree day. So I'm like, okay, it's consistent. It's not going cold like there's no coolant. But so anyways, carrying on from there, manifold absolute pressure, and then this is the biggie, P0234, which is turbocharger overboost. Yeah, we verified that pretty quickly. And when we were running it in the guy's driveway that we bought it from, you could just hold the throttle pedal down just a little bit and the turbocharger would be screaming. I thought it had a charge tube blown off of it, but it didn't. It was just stuck in max boost. Throttle pedal position high. I'm not sure what that's about. Hopefully it's not a big deal. And then engine speed circuit could be a crankshaft position sensor, I think it is. I'm kind of hoping that a lot of these are a result of it running in limp mode for so long, because the guy that owned the car, he didn't know anything about the car or even how to work on it. This car's been sitting essentially for 3 or 4 years in his driveway. We have 2 pending codes. Still the engine speed circuit, the P0725. And then this one could be a little bit concerning, even though I don't really plan on driving this car. It shows torque converter clutch circuit open. So yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that some of these codes are more related to dead batteries and trying to run the car. Maybe the alternator's bad. I need to check that here in a minute. Airbag codes, don't care about that. We don't need that where we're going. ABS codes, nope, don't care about that. Dashboard code, nope, don't really care about that. It takes us back to engine control module codes. It's essentially the same. No, it's actually different codes. Still the overboost, still the manifold absolute pressure. Cam shift actuators, cylinder 7 range performance. Wait a minute, we don't have 7 cylinders. P33B000, cylinder 2 combustion misfire. Yeah, I think a lot of these are a result of trying to drive the car in limp mode, but you Volkswagen experts out there, if you are brave enough to actually watch this stupid video, maybe you can chime in on what all this has a tendency to mean. So what have I done? My initial plans of troubleshooting led me down the road to just replace all 4 of the glow plugs. I did replace the thermostat based on the fact that it was pretty lukewarm driving home on a really hot day. Didn't do anything with the map yet. I pulled the turbocharger out and knocked the cartridge out of it and got it, I exposed the variable vane assembly, and there was so much carbon in the vane assembly that you could barely see it. So yeah, we got that all cleaned up, put the turbocharger all back together. I didn't make a video of much of this stuff because there's already 10,000 videos on it. It's just, there's no point in me doing all that work to show you something that's shown by the experts. So yeah, got the turbocharger repaired. I tested the turbocharger reassembled with the actuator on it with a vacuum pulling tool, and verified that it actuates and the vanes all work now nice and smooth. There wasn't hardly any wear on the vane ring. I know on a high mileage TDI you can get a lot of wear in there. And of course, when I went to change the glow plugs, yeah, the glow plug harness, it broke apart in about 12 pieces in my hands. So let's see if I can show this. There's the 4 glow plugs, and you can clearly see that 2 of them are dead. Now whether that's the harness or the plug, I'm not sure. I don't really care. So I got 4. I replaced the original glow plugs with 4 brand new Bosch glow plugs. And the harness, I ended up using an Amazon harness. I went with the one that had the best reviews, which was pretty good. Hopefully it'll last a while. If you guys see any water down in there, it's because I rinsed off the engine a little bit when I changed the thermostat. But yeah, so we fixed the turbocharger, fixed the glow plugs. We need to check and make sure the alternator works, and get the coolant top back up if it's going to run at all. And we tried starting this thing a couple of times before it was repaired, and we were fogging for mosquitoes. There was so much white smoke coming out and just stunk like raw diesel. So hopefully that's all fixed, and if I can get it to run and drive and get out of limp mode, I might actually drive this thing for a minute or two. I might have to tint the windows black, but yeah, what do you know? Oh, Mr. Black, why is there a plastic bag for a window? Yeah, that's a sore subject on a Volkswagen. That's the color it's supposed to be. Not this. Well, I won't go down that road. Anyways, so yeah, when I'm going to pick the car up, the dude calls me and tells me that he moves it out of his driveway and that now the window is stuck down. So, yeah, pretty common. Everybody knows about the whole class action lawsuit and horrible Volkswagen window regulators, and the window is stuck down. Well, my dumb ass managed to explode the window trying to get it out of the door frame. So the whole entire driver's door window is sitting down at the bottom of the door. BST will be proud of me. Off to the wrecking yard we go. And yeah, we got us another driver's side window for $40 or $45. So Amazon regulator, here again, best reviews. Always go with the best reviews. If this car runs, we'll put the door back together. If the car doesn't run and doesn't drive, we'll save the window and save the regulator for somebody else, and Mr. Pinkle Volkswagen will meet the car crusher after we take the engine out of it. So, it's almost time for the grand unveiling. I'm gonna go get Isaac, and yeah, we'll see if this piece of shit runs once again. Kind of scared.
That battery ain't feeling too good.
Yep. Well, that was short-lived. Gonna go get the big battery charger. Okay, try number 2. Okay, third time's the charm. And a new battery. $150 later. Multiple trips to the store. That's called a big fat no-go on that. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to say like the 4th or 5th time it's going to be the charm. Had the new battery on a 6 amp battery charger for the last 2 hours. I don't think I've ever had to charge a battery from an auto parts store to get a car running, but I suppose there's always a first time for everything. Alright, after another day of screwing around with Mr. Pinkle, you might notice the black trash bag has gone off the door. We now have a functional driver's door window again. I spent $80 to get it back working between the glass and the regulator. Didn't have to spend that, but like I said yesterday, dumbassery will get the best of you sometimes. So where we're leaving this off for the weekend is still doesn't run right. I have a suspicion that part of what I'm dealing with is trying to get the thing to run on 4 to 5 year old diesel fuel. So that's no good, of course. You know, not like mad about it or nothing, but just part of it. So I got another fuel filter coming. I'll change the fuel filter tomorrow. Who knows how old this fuel filter is. And then what I may try and do is see if I can just get the engine to run on a like a bottle or a funnel full of clean diesel straight into the filter. And then maybe while it's running, I'll take the inlet hose from the fuel tank and put it into a bucket. But that's kind of the tentative plan. If I can't get it to run that way, we'll probably do a compression test next, and then you know, if that pans out okay and things look like they're progressing, then we'll go ahead and hook the VAGCOM up to it one of these days and see where we're at. It's always possible the timing's messed up, so the VAGCOM will tell you all that good stuff. And yeah, not in a hurry, just trying to be patient. We'll see if we can get this thing to run. But if any of you experts out there have any advice on this thing, I'm all ears. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.